Hello everybody and welcome back. We've got a brand new story to read for you today. It's called Curious Clownfish and it's by Eric Madden. And if I read the blurb on the back, it tells me that clownfish meets fiery dragonfish, slinky sea slug and many other weird and wonderful fish on the coral reef. Then the face of eel comes snapping. Come on, let's have a read and see what happens. In the warm waters of the coral reef swam many fabulous fish. But one fish always stayed at home and never even went out to play. This was timid clownfish, who spent all day in the waving arms of an enemy. Nibbling food, she kept an enemy clean, and the stinging tentacles protected her from danger. So it went on for a long time, until one day a different little clownfish was born. This baby clownfish spun into the world and said, "I'm Clownfish. I don't want to spend all my life in an enemy. I'm going to explore the reef." With a swish and a swirl, off she swam, looking for an adventure. She frisked through the pool, past blue sea star, past fans and fingers of coral. Then suddenly she saw Slinky Sea Slug waving and dancing through the water. "I'd love to dance like that," she thought, and swam up close to join in. But the water near Sea Slug tasted horrible, so Clownfish quickly swam off again. Next, Clownfish saw a huge spiky fish crunching on the coral. "Poor thing, he looks sad," she thought. "I'll cheer him up," and she swam close to give him a clean. But old porcupine fish must have frightened himself because he puffed up like a big prickly ball. "Whoops," said Clownfish, and stopped just in time. She didn't want prickly lips. "Isn't anyone friendly?" Clownfish was wondering when Spotty Fish sailed by with her babies. "Ah," thought Clownfish, "can I come too?" And she tagged along, playing with the little ones. Just as she was thinking, "This is fun," Spotty Fish hurried them into the coral. When Clownfish looked to see the trouble, she saw fiery dragonfish. Gliding along with her long spines waving, she was quite a pretty sight. But the little fish were all dashing to hide, and soon Clownfish saw why. One poor fish was stung by a spine and instantly rolled over dead. Dragonfish gobbled him up in one mouthful and floated on by. Clownfish was frightened by Dragonfish, and she knew she had to take care. She left Spotty Fish and swam around looking for a place to rest. A big empty shell looked all right, and she was just about to swim in when out shot the claws of Crabby Old Crab. Clownfish escaped with a scratch on her tail. Spiralling slowly through the water, Clownfish came upon Sweetlips. She could hardly believe her eyes, for dancing in and out of his mouth were two little blue-streaked cleaners, keeping Sweetlips clean. "That's what I do for an enemy," she cried. Please, can I help?" But she never began her cleaning job, because suddenly Cuttlefish was there. What a dazzling creature! He could change his colours. Clownfish was very impressed. Then he squirted out a murky black cloud and quickly disappeared. Clownfish was wishing she could do clever tricks when she saw why Cuttlefish had vanished. Through the black cloud, the face of Eel came snapping, and Clownfish's heart skipped a beat. Eel was looking right at her. She knew it was time to go. She turned and swam, but was so scared she didn't know how to go straight. Twisting, frisking, looping and drooping, she made the eel confused. But slowly, slowly, his snapping jaws came closer, closer and closer. Then Clownfish saw the most welcome sight she'd seen for a long, long while. It was a ring of waving tentacles. Anemone at last. In she slipped just in time. An eel got stung on the nose. Clownfish was home in her nest of tentacles. What an adventure she'd had! From that day on, if she saw friendly fish, she would lead other clownfish out to play. But if she saw dragonfish or the shadow of eel, she would hurry them all back home. And so it was that the lives of clownfish were never quite the same again. I hope that you enjoyed our story of the curious clownfish today. Don't forget that if you go to our nursery playlist on YouTube, you can see lots more stories, and every week the grown-ups in nursery will be adding new ones on for you to listen to with your grown-ups. Take care, and we'll see you very soon. Bye-bye for now.